What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mod Squad Network's Layeth the Squad Down. I am your host, Kevin. Joining me as always is Steve.
What's going on, everybody?
And for this special WrestleMania recap, we have a special guest. We have the Godfather Rex joining us this week.
Aloha.
This was a fun WrestleMania, in my opinion. Probably it was the best one of the year so far. Oh, no jokes on that one. No laughs.
Good dad joke. Wrestling dad joke.
All right, let's jump right into day one, shall we? All right, day one started with Austin Theory versus John Cena for the U.S. title. My opinion on this match was it played out exactly how it should have. Austin Theory wins. You know, the bald-headed John Cena just he don't have it anymore. And he was real pasty in this match.
Did you just say the bald-headed John Cena?
Yes.
He's a bald-spotted John Cena. He's got
Bald-spotted.
the reverse of what I have. I got the one going right here. See, but this is actual hair. There's just gray there. It's gray. It's so gray and white. You just think that it's just my scalp. Because it is. And he's back here. He's got a solar panel for whoever he's going to marry next.
His hair said, "You can't see me." So
Yeah, no, this was a match. I don't know if this was supposed to be a passing of the torch or anything, but it was a. I don't know if this was a good way to start the show because it was kind of boring.
Rapido.
Yeah,
I thought it was dumb. I did.
I thought it was about as smart of a choice of the match they had for the opener last night for night 2.
That's fair. That's very fair. But next we had the men's WrestleMania showcase. We had Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Viking Raiders, Alpha Academy.
Shush, please, shush.
And the Street Profits, with the Street Profits getting the win.
This. I don't understand the point of this match. I don't understand the point of the women's fatal 4-way match. For the mere fact that there was no reward, there was no point. Maybe if the winners of those were like, "Oh, you're the number one contenders. We're gonna have at the next pay-per-view you versus the champions, or next week on Raw you versus the champ." There was no point in the match.
No stakes whatsoever.
It was a spot fest, and it was a spotty spot fest at that.
Agreed. I agree completely.
Agreed.
I was very. I wouldn't say I was bored. There's a lot of great action in the ring. It wasn't boring, but it was pointless in my opinion. So
if you're watching something that has no stakes, it was a pointless match.
Yeah.
It was like having a WWE championship with no championship. The championship holder, but he's wrestling, but the championship's not on the line. No,
hey, remember when Braun Strowman won that belt in Saudi Arabia and then it was never seen again?
Yeah.
I had forgotten about that.
Remember when Braun Strowman won the tag team championships with a 12-year-old at WrestleMania?
That was amazing. And
Nicholas.
I still love it. I still love it.
It's so silly.
Whose kid was that? I mean,
I really think it was. I Was it really?
I think it was. I think it was a referee's kid.
Mr. White, don't do that. That's not wise, Mr. White. I missed those. Those were some great promos.
Yeah, I liked him as a ref. He always added to it. You know, he did.
I think this was a way to get as many people on the show without doing a battle royal. I basically think
which is so stupid because you do the Andre the Giant battle royal the night before on SmackDown when that has been a Mania event that you could do as a pre-show. Noticed that there were no. I don't know if there were any pre-show matches on night 1. I don't think there were.
I don't think there were.
There were no pre-show matches on night 2. Which is very strange because that's how you get more people on is you have the dark matches, you have the pre-show. That's where you have your Rumble. That's where they should have taken the 4-way men's match and the 4-way women's match, and those should have been pre-shows.
I agree.
That completely.
But the next match we had Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins, and they came to the ring in sort of like a homage to Shawn Michaels, with Logan Paul coming down on a zip line and Seth Rollins dressed in chaps. So, but of course, Seth Rollins gets the win in this, and this was a very athletic match. Logan Paul surprised me a lot in this match.
At this point, I'm never surprised at Logan Paul for the mere fact that the man has such a ridiculous amount of money that he is probably just paying like professionals just to teach him how to do everything he's doing. It's essentially like Rob McNamara from It's Always Sunny when he went from Fat Mac to Infit Mac. He was like, yeah, guys, sure, like I'm in shape, but it's 5 personal trainers and it's going a strict meal every day and it's drinking this amount of water. Logan Paul, I guarantee, has people that are taking the time to teach him what he needs to do. He's very talented in the ring, but I don't want to see him around.
He's very athletic. Like to jump from the ring to the top rope, that was very athletic. When he did that, that one surprised me a little bit that he was able to do that. But yeah, other than that, you're right. I just don't want to see him.
I think that with my opinion on Logan Paul, I'm not a fan. I'm not. But going back when he fought against my tribal chief, I was impressed with how well he did. I mean, and you're absolutely right. He probably has all these top trainers that are training him to do everything, but still, to be able to take that in, I mean, when you're training people, that it's a crawl, walk, run scenario. You're going to crawl first, walk, and then you're going to run it out. It's like the military. We're going to dry, blank, and then live fire. Same thing. This guy went from to I'm going live with it, like straight down the barrel, and I'm impressed with that guy.
That guy does a buckshot lariat, if as good, if not better than Hangman Page.
That's true. And he's athletic. He's good in the ring, but he's so douchey outside the ring, and
it's his person. It's the choices that he decides to make in his social life that makes him the piece of shit that he is.
He's a heel, and he gets heat, but unfortunately for me, it's go away heat. Like I want to change the channel. You know what I mean?
It's true. And with him though being a douche, it goes back to the. I know this is a callback for a while back. It goes back to the Japanese suicide garden forest or whatever.
100%.
I mean, and that is I haven't liked him since then.
If he had never, I tell you what, if he had never done that, I probably would actually be a very big fan of Logan Paul. If he wasn't so known for that one thing,
yes.
If he wasn't the piece of shit that he is for doing that, Logan Paul would be a completely different person in my eyes. But the choices that he decided to make for the name that he is today, you know what I mean? Like, like I could go out and I could tell, I could sell the dirt stories that I have on the people that I have on the industry with the evidence to back it on up. But I don't want to make my name that way. I'm just grinding it to grind and have fun.
Agreed.
Next, we have Damage Control versus Lita, Becky Lynch, my baby Trish Stratus. That's my boo. Don't boo my boo. Don't boo my boo. But of course, Lita, Becky, and Trish get the win. I do think that they are totally misusing Damage Control. I think Io Sky is going to be a breakout of that group. But you're right. They should have either won or Trish should have turned on them in this match.
Oh my God, that would have been amazing.
It would have been amazing, but bite your tongue. I can't going against my girl Lita like that. There's no way. No.
What if see, you can't have Lita turn because she's the tag champ. Oh, you see that? No, you see that would have been perfect. You have Lita turn, and then you have a great tournament for the women's tag championship.
Yeah, this spot was full of.
I didn't really watch a lot of this match.
It wasn't. Look, Lita can't wrestle anymore. I'm sorry. She's a Hall of Famer and everything, but she cannot wrestle anymore.
Her timing is off.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
big time. Not even a little bit.
She still does a moonsault that makes me want to have a heart attack, though. So
every time. Yeah,
she's great at that.
Next, we have Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio coming out to Latino Heat with Snoop driving the hoopty. Was pretty cool. And of course Ray beats his son down. He's the Hall of Famer. He's supposed to win. Ray wins.
I wish the only thing I wish they had done is they had this great prison opening for Dom. I wish there had been one shot of Michael Scott with the prison mic.
The prison mic.
Yeah, with prison mic. That's what I just give me one shot of that. Worst part about prison for me was the Dementors.
Yeah, the Dementors. I a few episodes back, I think it was on Raw, the Miz asked him about that. So you probably saw some Dementors or something. And it was great in the interview. I was like, oh, that's funny.
So, you did the whole meme of
yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh, yep. But following that match, we had Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
Such a good match.
Oh, this was, in my opinion, match of the night. My opinion, this was the match of the night. When Flair landed on her face.
Yep.
When Flair landed on her face, I was like, ooh, because that looked bad. And she had the rug burn on her nose from it.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say I'm a big fan of the Flair family. I am, but Mommy did good. I'm gonna say, Mommy did good.
Yes. And now I'm curious to see how this goes because that's the SmackDown Championship. Judgment Day's on Raw. Is she going to cross over? Is she going to be the leader now?
They've gone back and forth because when they were building up for the Mysterio storyline, the Judgment Day was coming over to SmackDown. In reality, when you look at it, they don't really have a brand separation anymore. The only brand separation you really see is you're never really going to see Gunther over on Raw. You're never really going to see Austin Theory over on SmackDown.
Yeah.
The tag champs, you're going to see them on both because they have the things for both shows. The women, in reality though, the women do migrate to the show. So this may be the Judgment Day going over to SmackDown.
And how's that affect the dynamic of the Judgment Day? Because Finn Balor lost. Damian Priest didn't even have a match. Dominic lost. So I know Rhea's kind of been
this could be a separation. Point. This could be a separation of Rhea from the Judgment Day.
Is it going to be a separation, or is she just going to take control and be the leader of the group now?
I don't know, but did you see a photo of the split on Finn Balor's head?
No, I did not.
No, but I saw the blood on the canvas on the mat. That was.
We'll talk about that coming up. Yeah. We'll talk about that coming up. But yes, match of the night for me, Flair, Rhea for sure. But then we have a little Miz versus Pat McAfee match.
Woo!
It was a surprise match. It was a surprise match. Of course, you got to get a celebrity involved as well as the tight end from the San Francisco 49ers was there. What the hell is his name? Yeah, George Kittle. And you can tell, okay, he's dressed in shorts and a t-shirt at Mania, dude. Of course he's going to get involved in the match. You can see that coming a mile away.
It was great though. I enjoyed the match so much.
And Pat McAfee, he's pretty good in the ring too.
He is. He did some stuff, last WrestleMania when he fought, when he took I will say the best stunner I've ever seen besides The Rock. Stunner from Stone Cold. Took the best stunner, beer straight up in the air. It was amazing. I loved it. Pat McAfee is probably, I follow him on his other social medias and watch him on other platforms, and he's just that energetic as he is in the ring. And I love that guy.
I hated Pat McAfee in NXT. I love Pat McAfee in the WWE.
On the main roster, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree. All right, we finished the night with the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the Unified Tag Team Championships.
The first time in WrestleMania history that the main event has been the Tag Team Championships.
Oh, there you go. That's a little fact I did not know. It's a little fact I did not know.
And what you have to understand is that is purely because they can do this in 2 nights now.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, and this was one of the main storylines. I mean, KO and Sami Zayn and the Bloodline.
I don't like the 2 days of Mania. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the 2 days. I would much rather the show start at 3 in the afternoon and go until 9 o'clock at night. I would rather just be there all day, blow my load, just be completely done and wiped.
I get that, but most people would be out of it at halfway through the night.
Hey, guess what? They would be, because I did Mania in San Jose when Rollins cashed in. But when you have that cash in, that gives you such a rush of energy. Yeah, I absolutely crushed after that. But as long as you're smart and you plan out your day properly with it, like, I would much rather just have Mania in one day. I'm sorry, Rex. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was saying, and I agree. Like breaking it down into 2 days, because there might be one match I might want to watch on day one. I might want to watch all the matches on day two, but I got to break my day up. Today I'm on vacation, so I watch the whole thing. But business wise, I think them splitting it into 2 days is a great thing, because
it's money.
It is definitely money. And if they're, I'm not sure what they got, what their total for gate was for this WrestleMania for all the events.
Well, it was 161,000 altogether. Let's say the cheapest ticket was $50. The most expensive ticket was a couple hundred, if not 1,000.
Do the math on that one.
And I'll be honest. If yesterday had not been my brother's birthday and he wanted to go to Mania on his birthday because it was in LA and we live in California, I would have been watching it from my couch at home.
Yep, that's understandable. I mean, like I said, when I was talking earlier, when my Ginger from the other show that I'm on, her and I were talking, she's like, how many people are in that stadium? I said, well, today it's 85,000. She's from a town that has we looked it up, population of 26,000 people. I said, there's almost 3 times the amount of people in that stadium that live in your city watching WrestleMania. I mean, it's amazing. I mean,
and they come from all around the world.
They
really do. That's on Mania's a bucket list.
Yeah. So. But we have not mentioned the winners after kick out and false finishes. We have new tag team champions Sami Zayn and KO. I love this. I loved it. I was hoping for a full fall of the bloodline, and as of now, that's happening. That is happening as of now through day one. Steve, would you like to take on day two since you were there?
Absolutely. The energy was high. The energy was low, but the energy was electric the entire time. I ran into so many friends while I was there. We started off the night with just such a boring match: Brock Lesnar versus Omos, whatever. Omos was dominating for the majority of it. I really think Omos should have won this match with the way that he was dominating.
I've never seen him be picked up. I've never seen Brock Lesnar be picked up and slammed that many times.
Sure. It did get something in there with MVP. You could have done something with Bobby Lashley. There were a handful of things that you could have thrown in there. But when it's all said and done, Brock Lesnar does walk away with the win. It was a very short match. I want to say it was less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was, I think, one of the shortest matches. I didn't expect it to go long either way.
Sure.
Both, Lesnar and Omos, they're so big, in my opinion, in stature and size. They are. And they don't have the endurance to go on a long match. So I knew it was going to be a short match, but I will say I was surprised that that Brock won. I thought Omos was going to destroy him.
So
especially most of the ring.
Here's the crazy thing with the distance that I was sitting at. I had a good view of the ring. Omos is a giant, and from where I was sitting, I could see. I could not throw a football to where he was. He was more than a football field length away from me, and I could still see the definition in his muscles of Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
That man is a true beast. And if I were to ever have to choose one or the other to meet in a dark alley, I would pick Omos.
We call people like that bullet material. Okay, we shoot them. We don't fight them.
Because they're a beast. Like he's one of the two people you take out in a fight. You take out, the biggest one, and you take out the one running their mouth, because I'm the one running the mouth. The next match we have is the women's fatal 4-way, in which it was Shotzi and Natalia. It was Raquel Gonzalez and
Liv Morgan.
Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler and Chelsea Green and Daddy DeVille. Daddy DeVille. I'm not even gonna lie. There are certain matches that I use for bathroom opportunities and or to go get food. I looked at my brother, like, right as the Brock Lesnar match was hitting. I said, I kind of have to go to the restroom. I'll wait to see what the next match is. If it's the women's, I'm definitely going to go to the restroom. I'm going to go get some kettle corn. And it was. So I missed the majority.
Nothing. You missed nothing.
The majority of this match. But Ronda and Shayna walk away with the win. And from what I hear, Ronda did almost nothing in the match.
She didn't do anything in the match, which to me that plays for the kind of person or the kind of character she is doing right now with Shayna Baszler. She's
letting Shayna do all the work.
She does.
Shayna didn't do anything.
Yeah, Shayna didn't really do much either. I think she was in the ring like maybe one time, a little bit outside the ring.
So they're the vultures and hyenas. They're just picking.
They are.
That's exactly what it is.
So
that's all they need to do. See, that's the thing. That's great though. That's all they need to do with their UFC MMA background.
Exactly.
Even though Shayna Baszler is legit like a hardcore grappler, and if I had to pick Ronda or Shayna to meet in an alley, I would pick Ronda, only because I know I'm as tall, if not taller.
I do think Shayna may have gotten injured a little bit, because at the end of the match she had her boot off for some reason. Other than that, I don't know.
I will be honest, I forget what the next match was. Was it the Intercontinental?
It was the Intercontinental, yes.
Woo! So we get Sheamus going for his hopeful first Intercontinental run. We got Drew McIntyre, who is allegedly rumored to possibly be coming up on contract soon. And
let me ask you this. You were there. How did those chops sound?
Oh my God. I'm so glad you brought this up. So, oh my God. My brother and I are sitting there. Okay, sorry. And then you have your Intercontinental Champion, Zaring Janada Gunsar. Yes. We are sitting in our seats and they're hitting these chops. And I really hate the fact that people fucking woo after every chop. I hate the fact because there was one that and all you is just, that's what from where we were sitting. Just like someone's barely.
Yeah.
And that's him going full. Oh my God.
Okay, but that's also over 100 yards away. You said about football field.
If
you can hear
over the crowd.
Yeah.
Over the crowd.
That's loud.
Those chops. Those chops were freaking nasty.
Yeah.
You can tell that they had a meeting beforehand and said, "Lay it in."
And here's what you have to understand though. You are legitimately looking at three guys that probably really love to fight.
Oh yeah.
Like Drew and Sheamus for effing sure. Just would love to get in a fight just to get in a fight. And then you have Gunther. And you want to talk about a true transformation of someone. You go, folks, if you want, go online, look up Gunther, like when he started wrestling, and look up Gunther now. And like, you're going to have to look up
Unrecognizable.
You're going to have to look up Walter because he wrestled as Walter. But it's like, talk about a transformation. But oh my God, those chops. I work in wrestling. I have been chopped. I have been chopped to the point where my chest has bled, and if I had to pick one of those three guys to take a chop from, it'd be Sheamus. I think Sheamus would be the lightest of the three. The one I would want to take the least is Gunther.
I don't know, man. It looked like Sheamus was delivering the hardest ones last night.
I would want to take Sheamus over those three. I think Gunther is the worst of the three. It would go Gunther, McIntyre, Sheamus.
Okay.
The current, in my opinion, the current storyline with Gunther, I did not like Gunther when they first started this storyline. I didn't. I'm like, why? Is this some new filler guy? You know, is he gonna be, hey, but he started winning, and they got the championship, and I'm like, is this guy for real? And then he's still the champion. I'm like, are you serious?
And it goes from number 2 to the end of Rumble.
Yeah, I know, and I hear, I'm just like, I guess this is a thing, and I started watching more and spending more time watching him. Yes, I don't like his little buddies. Annoying as shit, but I don't.
That's their job. That's their job, though.
I know this. Yeah,
but you have to understand, though. No, here's what you have to understand, though: is both of those guys as singles wrestlers just as good as Gunther?
If not better.
Like you take Kaiser in a singles match. I love Kaiser in singles. There was when they were Imperium in NXT, there was a fourth member. He got let go, and they did not bring him back. But I love Imperium. I love Walter, Gunther, call him what you will. I think that they are going to make him break every intercontinental. I think they're going to make him number 1.
And they should.
And when it's all said and done, I think he is the only person that could truly beat Roman Reigns.
Okay.
I do. You give me a Roman Gunther match, and that's going to be fucking brutal. And they're going to put everything in it. They're going to leave it on the mat. And I think really when it's all said and done, I think the only person that they have in that company right now that could legitimately beat Roman Reigns is going to be Gunther.
That could be coming up. You never know. Usually the Intercontinental, once they lose that belt, which did not happen because Gunther won this match.
He did.
Once they lose that belt, they challenge the world title holder.
Yeah, in the old days, the Intercontinental Championship was essentially a number 1 contendership to the heavyweight.
Yep.
Yeah, and I like that. No, I'm a big Gunther fan. I wanted him to win so bad. Everybody wanted Sheamus. Everybody wanted Drew. Very few people were actually chanting for Gunther.
There's no storyline with either one of those though going forward. With Gunther, there's a freaking storyline.
Well, there's a storyline. There's a story. There was a storyline going between Sheamus and Drew. I really wasn't paying attention to a lot of it on SmackDown, but my brother explained, and they gave the recap beforehand.
They did, but I mean, they both want the title. Yeah, Sheamus has never had that title.
Sure.
But if one of those wins, it's just a jealousy, and then Gunther's out of the picture for the Intercontinental because now he gets
his rematch clause. No, I'm super happy that Gunther won.
Yes.
Next, I want to say was it the women's or Hell in a Cell?
It was the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
That's right. In which. I thought both entrances were very fun. I liked Asuka. I loved Asuka's entrance with all the different Asukas. It'll be fun to find out. I love when they do stuff like that because it's just workers. It's just workers underneath the stuff. Doing the things. Like there have been times that the druids for the Undertaker have been, just some of the boys in the back, just the regular workers. So I'd like to know which female workers were underneath the Asuka masks.
The Roses, was it the Roses?
Rosebuds.
Those
Adam
NXT
Rose
members,
yeah. Well, some of them were NXT members. Some of them were actually just independent wrestlers that were brought in as pure talent for that. I only know that because I know an indie wrestler that was actually a Rosebud for a couple of
I
shows.
miss the Rosebuds. I'm sorry. I loved every time they would come out.
Rex, have you seen a photo of Adam Rose lately?
No, I have not.
Oh, you just should
look up.
Go look it up when you have a chance. It's great. He's horrible. And then Bianca Belair has this great. You have a dancing squad of girls that come on out, and they're dancing around. They have a great dance routine. I'm not gonna lie. I think it went on too long. I think if anything, Bianca should have known part of it and come out and done the dance routine with them. The little girl that came out and folded herself up like a pretzel was great. I love. I can't think of the word for the people that do that stuff.
Contortionists.
Yeah, I love contortionists. Thank you. I have horrible language skills with people and stuff.
What's a hog?
It's so weird because like a younger, I could talk and not stutter and have no problem, and as I'm getting older, I just fumble with my fucking words. Who knows? It was a great back and forth. So many people wanted Asuka to win. It legitimately got to the point when they're doing the boos and the yays on the back and forth. Asuka was getting the yays. Bianca was getting the boos. Bianca wins. She is 3-0 at WrestleMania right now. She's
the streak starts.
The streak starts. Yeah, and I think it's going to be very interesting because she can lose the belt at any point now, but her WrestleMania streak is still intact. I don't know who they're going to come around to actually beat Bianca because I truly thought that the person that was going to do that was Asuka.
I would have been okay with Asuka winning this. I'm okay with Bianca retaining, but I would have been okay with Asuka winning this. Either way would have been fine with me. I love both of these women. They're great workers in the ring.
Agreed.
So I would have been good with either one of them. I was kind of pulling for Asuka, to be honest with you, but that's only because she don't have the belt.
Yeah. I just want to jump back onto the entrances real quick. The EST, man. The entrance did go too long, but I have to say, I think it was last year's WrestleMania. She had the marching band come out and play. I think it was last year's. Mm-hmm. Loved that entrance. Loved it. And I love the fact that she brings in, hey, we're going to bring in this college band. And we're going to bring in this local dance team. I love the fact that she brings in somebody else to come in as well.
Sure.
I love that. It's not guys from the back or whatever, like, was it Becky Lynch? No. Somebody when Triple H came out that one time in the Conan mask and he had all the Warrior women beside him. It turns out it was a couple of the female wrestlers now.
It was Alexa Bliss and Charlotte.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss. That's who it was.
And Charlotte. Charlotte was another one of them.
Oh yeah. See, it's not that, but these are actually I say civilians. To get rid of the army stuff. General public that are doing this. I think it's great.
It was the Divas of Compton Dance Troupe.
And what the great thing that Bianca does that and the reason she does that is she's doing it for the culture. She's doing it for the people, to give that great exposure because she finally has the platform to do something good. And I understand what you're saying on what they could be doing, but in reality, the boys are already getting paid, so why not make them do just a little bit more work? But it is great. It is great. No, I looked at my brother as those girls are doing that dance routine, and I'm like, this is great exposure. Like, think about it. Whether they are wrestling fans or whether those girls are not wrestling fans, that's great exposure. This is going to be a memory for them that they're going to remember the rest of their lives. Even that little contortionist girl, she gonna remember that the rest of her life.
It's true. And what you're saying, I agree with 100%. Which I'm going to jump back to day one when I talk about this. Day one, we have the Make-A-Wish kids. They come outside. John Cena comes out. John Cena loses the match. To me, when all the Make-A-Wish kids, I was thinking, Cena's going to win this match. I mean, hey, Make-A-Wish kids. Hey, guess what? Oh, yeah, your hero just lost. Yeah, I was like, what the hell just happened?
Maybe they should have wished for him to win.
Maybe that was their wish. They were like, I want to see him lose before I die.
But yes,
that's a horrible joke to make about their first and last WrestleMania.
We're gonna get canceled now. It's jokes, people. Jokes. It's just jokes.
Or you just edit out.
Yeah. No, I don't edit nothing.
We don't edit.
It is jokes. I mean that's what life is. It's one big joke. So
it is. Agreed.
No. I'm sorry. I just opened up Twitter because I did this. Bushwhacker Butch passed away.
Newsflash.
Newsflash. Breaking news.
Oh,
I didn't even get to meet Butch. I just met Luke. Oh,
in memoriam.
I'm heartbroken.
Moment of silence. Moment of silence. Thank you very much.
Oh my God. I just like, my heart just skipped a beat. Bianca retains.
Yes.
Wow. Hell in a Cell.
No, The Miz versus Shane O'Mac.
Get out of here. All right, so they bring that back out. Shane O'Mac comes on out, blows his quad doing a leapfrog. Snoop Dogg, being the greatest worker ever,
Yes.
hits Miz with like 2 or 3 worker punches, which look just as good as the punches that the boys throw in the business.
Yes.
And
now his ring rope running needs work.
It does. Okay.
Hits it like a board.
Yeah.
Look, the way
Let
this
me
is the way
touch it. And then go.
I know. Look, I want to say that segment there, minus that Miz being in an art, being in another fight, whatever. I thought that was a little overdrawn. Snoop getting him in another fight.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop stepping up like that after the injury and calling an audible and going, "Oh crap, what do we do?" Dude, I am impressed. You know what? He is definitely the dog father, and I was impressed with what he did. Yeah, the people's elbow was a little bit. He did get some good height on that people's elbow, though.
Yeah,
he got
that was a good people's elbow.
He was
a good people's
but
elbow.
You're right. The ring rope, it's like, come on, run faster.
Yes,
I'm old and out of shape. I could have gotten out of the way of that.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Triple H saying, Shane blew out his quad, and Snoop picked it up. He says, much respect, because I know some boys in the back that if that would have happened, they would have been like, what do we do?
Yeah.
And Snoop picked it right up, man. Didn't skip a beat. I love it.
It's great. All right, so now we have Hell in a Cell.
Yes.
We come out. I was really happy with the beginning of it. And then I was making fun of it to my brother because Edge comes out. And when Edge comes out, here, hold on, I'm so sorry.
No, Edge comes out and the music is dim, the lights are dim.
Brood Edge.
Mm-hmm. I wanted you to say it. I was setting them. I was talking while you were drinking.
I had a tickle in my throat. Brood Edge comes on out, and then it stops, and then they hit his regular music.
Yes.
And so I look at my brother and I go, well, now I'm confused. Is it Brood Edge? Is it Edge? Which Edge is wrestling in this match? I don't know. Is it the
rated R superstar? Is he going to go try to kiss the demon now? I mean, what's going to happen?
They should have had Lita come out with him. She's here.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Also, the bed appears inside the ring. You're like,
yes, that would have been amazing. But then he pulls the sheet back, and it's Finn Balor's the demon.
Then you have Beth just standing outside the cage,
with the mohawk. Which mohawk?
Yeah. Now hold on. Before we jump into that, I want to point out the intro, the little preview intro before the match. Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe. We got the horror guy right here.
You do not know how much that got booed. How they lit up that whole stage.
I don't know why. I loved it.
And then they played the trailer for the Pope's priest.
Yeah. Look, if they left it at just the intro by Russell Crowe, I think that would have been good. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. So you are talking about the introduction that Russell Crowe did. Before that, they did this whole lighting of the stage. They had all of these candles on that big oversized Titantron that circled. They have candles. So everyone's like, oh my God, they're getting ready for Hell in a Cell. They're going to do this great thing. And then they play a trailer for the Pope's priest.
See, yeah,
the entire arena just in a unified burr.
Yeah. The Pope's exorcist, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But, no, it's okay. But I saw with Russell Crowe, I thought it was great because he's talking about exercising your demons and so on and so forth. To me, that was amazing. And being the horror guy, I'm like, I loved it. I love that. I can see showing the trailer, dumb. That's a money grab right there, and I think that's dumb. Sure. But the intro for it, I loved.
I wish they would have okayed Gangrel and Christian to be there.
Well, you couldn't get Christian. You 100% can't get Christian.
Tony Khan gave permission to Christian.
Really? You 100%. You 100% could have had Gangrel, and I know that because I saw him the day before. I saw him on Friday.
From what I read, anyway, from what I read, they gave Tony Khan gave Christian a one-time pass to be at Mania.
Oh. Well, too bad he didn't take it. So Balor comes on out, full demon.
Mm-hmm.
Match starts pretty early into the match. Balor gets busted open.
So am I the only one glad for the dun dun to come back? His Balor's original music.
No, I loved it. I was very happy to see that.
Like,
the only thing I didn't like was his little bitty smoke batons he had going on that he's holding and spinning around.
You know what? That looked really weird from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it looked really weird on TV.
Yeah,
with the camera in front of him. I was like, "What is this?"
So, pretty early on in the match, Finn got busted open. But this isn't a spoiler alert. This is graphic content for anyone that does not want to see it or has a squeamish stomach.
Ooh.
But there is Finn Balor's break.
Yeah, that was a pretty good chunk.
And that is from Finn's Twitter, and he said, "Just a flesh wound."
Just a flesh wound. Love it. Love it.
So what a great back and forth. Being where we were sitting, the big Titantron that was circling around was a great view. And I was watching that so much that every now and then I'd go, oh man, I forget it's right there. Because they have such better views on the big thing. Like,
right.
But I looked down, I was looking down for all of the big spots when Finn jumped up on the cell itself.
Yeah, they had like a little platform
for that little platform. I looked down. I was like, "Oh, I'm not watching this on the Titantron. I want to watch him do this in person." And I am amazed that Edge moved, and I am amazed that he didn't blow out or break his ankles.
Oh, going through the table?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I was like, because I didn't pay that much attention to the blood until after after he jumped, through the table, and then I saw the blood. I'm like, he cut himself on the table? Did I miss something?
No, it was the ladder. It was the ladder. When Edge threugh the ladder.
No, I rewound. I rewound. I was like, what happened? Where did I miss that?
You can see one of those rungs just completely make it through his hands and just right on the top of his head.
See, I didn't see that because I was watching the actual cage. I was watching the ring itself.
Gotcha.
I wasn't watching the Titantron, so I didn't even see that spot when that happened. They did Hell in a Cell. Edge walks away the victor, in which he just brutally just beats the living hell out of Finn. So I think Finn's probably going to be taking some time off. I think it's going to be a month or two before we probably see Finn Balor, which would also be a good reason why they gave Rhea the championship, because now she can go in and be like, Dom, sorry you lost. Damian, what are you doing? You didn't even have a match. I'm the champion. I won at WrestleMania. Where's Finn? He's nowhere to be found. I'm the leader. So it works out real well if they want.
Mommy should lead anyway.
They have options.
They do have options. And I want to say from Hell in a Cell, we go into our main event.
Yes, we do.
Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Such a good back and forth. Such a good back and forth. The Usos were nowhere to be found. Solo Sikoa was very good in what he did, hitting Cody up until the point that he got ejected, which is ridiculous because he got ejected for something that he didn't even get caught doing.
So I had a theory on what was going to happen.
That's what that.
I had a theory on what was going to happen. I thought Stephen Amell was going to show up because he was at night one. Stephen Amell was in the crowd night one.
You really thought the Green Arrow was going to help Cody Rhodes win the championship?
I really did. I mean, they had the thing when.
Do you think he was going to get on the mic and look at Roman and go, "You have failed this city"?
Well,
you failed this island.
They had that thing.
Mahalo, motherfucker.
When he was Stardust. They had that back and forth when he was Stardust. Stephen Amell and Cody Rhodes.
One of my most favorite Cody Rhodes stints ever was that stint with him and Stephen Amell.
Yeah, and then they did the thing on the. They did a thing on the Indies. Stephen Amell was also at one Double or Nothing, I think it was, on the very first show. So I thought
but no, that's an interesting thought.
It would have been a throwback. Good throwback.
It's a great back and forth. Solo eventually gets ejected, in which we get Cody pretty much dominating a little bit on Roman, and then Roman does as Roman does, and he comes on back.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to end with that chokehold. I thought for sure that Cody was just going to, as soon as he wrapped those legs around, I was like, oh, we're done. I was like, he's going to, yeah, we're done. Yes. Take it home early, please. And Cody somehow works his way out. Fun, interesting fact that I didn't realize. This is going back to Cody's entrance. He takes off the belt, and this I already knew. He takes off the belt and he hands it to the kid in the audience. On the belt, on the belt, he had written all the promotions he worked for. I did not know that was -1.
Yes.
As I saw it, I did not know that was -1. But it was very nice. It was very touching. We get a good back and forth with Roman then dominating. The Usos come running out from the audience, start beating on Cody because there is a ref bump and the ref is down.
As you do.
From there, of course, tag team champions Owens and Zayn come running from round about the same spot in the audience, beating them, taking off with that. From there, we get Cody getting on Roman. Like Cody is about to Bro, oh my God! I think
crossroads him twice.
He crossroads him. I think 3 times.
No, he was about to go for the third.
Oh, and that's when the Usos came out.
No, that's when Solo comes out.
That's when Solo snuck back out.
And so they back him up to a corner. Solo comes out, hits him with the thumb. Roman hits the spear. Oh my God! So good. Roman retains still.
And Kevin throws stuff at his TV.
It was a wet fart in church. I literally, when I watched this thing past the credits, past the replay, not the
you were
recap.
Hoping that something else was going to
happen. I was hoping Triple H or somebody was going to come out and say, no, it's not going to happen this way.
The guy in front of me kept looking at his friends going, no, just wait, no, just wait, just wait. This can't. Just wait.
Never happened.
It never fucking happened. Yes, Roman is still your champion.
I'm excited about Raw tonight. I am.
I looked at the wife yesterday. I said, hey, I said we can do whatever you want during the day. I'm recording at some point, but tonight we're watching Raw.
Exactly.
I said I don't want anything spoiled. I'm gonna stay off Twitter. I gotta stay off Twitter. WWE and AEW have this horrible habit that as soon as something happens on TV, they gotta tweet about it.
Yeah. All right, guys. How would you rate this WrestleMania on a 1 to 10 scale?
8.
I'm gonna give it a solid 9. Only because the Roman one. Hot.
I'm gonna give it a 9, even though Roman won.
I'm just going 8 because of the and I'm gonna call it the way I see it because of the filler matches. That I saw. Those could have been done some other way for.
There's been worse manias. This was to me one of the more entertaining ones. So
it was definitely entertaining.
Definitely been worse manias.
Yeah. Do you have a match of Mania?
Cody Roman.
I'm actually gonna. I'm not gonna take a main event. I'm going Gunther. I'm going the Gunther match.
Intercontinental. It was. Dude, don't get me wrong. It was really good. Those chops were amazing.
I'm going that match.
I'm gonna have to go with Mommy against Flair. I have to.
That's a good one too.
So,
it's a good one too.
I'm telling you that Mommy, I will simp for her all day long. I mean, I'm good. So,
amen, brother. All right, guys. I do believe that does it for this WrestleMania recap. We have a bunch of shows. Go check them out. Check out my Back to the Retro channel. I'm not going to go through everything on this show. So for Steve and the Godfather, I am Kevin saying, keep on wrestling, everybody.
Last podcast you want.